Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you neutral them. The more sentences you can blot out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can word out, the better you will express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most beautiful language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. The correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you must make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different. The grammar is different. And writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the differences between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the spelling is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult English in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sound is different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you are used. The more sentences you can write out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself, you practice greatly every day. You will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. The practice correct sentences until you are used to them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most conquered language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the differences. Just practice correct sentences until you are in the drum. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, I will make it. It will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese.
English is very different from
English is
Chinese.
very
The
different
sounds are
from
different,
Vietnamese.
the grammar is different, and the
The sounds
writing
are
is
different.
totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and
today
gentlemen,
I want
today
to
I
talk
want to
about the
talk about
differences
the difference
between English
between English
and
and
Chinese.
Vietnamese.
English
English
is very
is
different from
very different
Chinese.
from
The
Vietnamese.
sounds are
The
different,
sounds are
the
different.
grammar is
The
different,
grammar
and the
is different,
writing is
and the
totally
writing is
different.
totally different.
It's very
It's very
difficult to
difficult
speak
to speak
English
English
well.
well.
If
If
you
you
want to
want to
speak
speak
English
English
well,
well,
you must
you must
forget
forget
about the
about the
differences.
differences.
Just practice
Just
correct
practice correct
sentences
sentences
until you're used to
until
them.
you are used to them.
The more
The
sentences
more
you can
sentences
blurt
you
out,
can blurt
the
out,
better
the
you can
better you
express
can
yourself.
express
If you
yourself.
believe in
If
yourself
you believe in
and
yourself
practice
and
greatly
practice
every
correctly
day,
every day,
you will
you
make it.
will make it.
You will
You will
conquer
conquer
English.
English.
Chinese is the
Vietnamese,
most
the most
difficult
difficult
language
language
in the
in the
world.
world.
If you
If
can
you
speak
can speak in
Chinese,
Vietnamese,
you can
you
speak
can speak
English.
in English
I
well.
agree. I agree.
You can speak English.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
today I
today
want to
I
talk
want to
about
talk
the
about the
differences
difference
between
between English
English and
and
Chinese.
Vietnamese. English
English is
is
very
very
different
different
from
from
Chinese.
Vietnamese.
The
The
sounds are
sound
different,
are different. The grammar is different, and writing is a total different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you know them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. The practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you must make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different. The grammar is different. And writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. So practical sentences until you will use them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can speak express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must you must forget about the difference. So practice correct sentences until you know them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak in English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different. The grammar is different. And writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you use them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak in English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak in English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you do them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice consistency until you drum. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you must make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different. The grammar is different. And writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. So practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can word out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Chinese is the most difficult language in the world. If you speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Thus, practice control sentences until you are done to sound. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you bring yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, Today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different. The grammar is different. And writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. The writing a consistency until you are them. The more things you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and work correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. The practice consistency until you are them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are dumb. The more sense you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and work correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. Sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are dumb. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speaking English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice correctly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are them. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference in the British consistency until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice regularly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most beautiful language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. The British correct tendency until you are done. The more tendency you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and work greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. You can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and the writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice the correct sentence until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice crazy every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe in yourself and practice greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese is the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about similarity between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, the grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak English well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. Just practice correct sentences you, until you are done. The more sentences you can put out, the better you can express yourself. If you believe yourself and practice correctly every day, you must make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak Vietnamese, you can speak English.
Ladies and
Ladies and
gentlemen,
gentlemen, today I want to talk about the difference between English and Vietnamese. English is very different from Vietnamese. The sounds are different, grammar is different, and writing is totally different. It's very difficult to speak this well. If you want to speak English well, you must forget about the difference. The practical sentences until you reach them. The more sentences you can write, the better you can express yourself. If you bring yourself and much greatly every day, you will make it. You will conquer English. Vietnamese, the most difficult language in the world. If you can speak in Vietnamese, you can speak English.